And welcome to the Do We Even Care podcast. We have your two co-hosts. One of them is that guy, Oscar Carvajal, and then me.
Luis Arevalo.
And I mean, you guys listened to the first episode last week. I hope you like it because we're talking about the World Cup again. I also just want to say this, and then we could wrap up with your soccer stuff. Because I do say a lot, soccer, sports, and as much as people want to say sports brings unity and all that stuff, I say now no, for multiple reasons, right? Because it distracts people. It has people, dumbasses like you saying, keep politics of the sport, even though it's all political. Everything, it's all connected. How these people got there, how people get there, right? Politics is people, right? Anyway, I want to say something, but that's for something else. But I say that to say this, but in a sense, I don't want to discredit on how sports can bring communities together, right?
Mm-hmm.
People do come together. It does bring unity. It does bring some people who might not have friends before or anything else. I mean, it provides men a community and all this stuff. And I just wish we kind of remember, like, hey, you guys, we could come together as all these groups of people. We could come together for something more than just sports, right? We could come together and hang out more than just sports. We could come together for this all big thing outside of sports. Imagine there's this big this like this one person said, if all the Mexicans that came together for the Mexico game came together, imagine we could have stopped ice and all the other things. Which you disagree, but that's because you don't understand. But anyway, so go ahead. But yeah, that's how I just want to say.
I want to say before I go.
I don't want to discredit. I don't want to completely discredit. The sports brings people together, but it brings them together to just distract them and all this other stuff when it could be for.
I would say let me just get like 30 seconds in about this.
And then I'm done, so you can start.
And do two thoughts. One, there's a quote that says soccer is the most important thing of the least important things. Mm-hmm. So you will always remember there's other sports stuff in soccer, but once you get out there important stuff, once you get out of your job, out of your family, if you believe in God, out of God,
which is very important. Yes.
Then it's soccer.
Yes, which sports, like I said, sports does have that.
Or maybe sport. But there's a quote like that. You know, well, maybe for other people's football, maybe for other people's basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the other quote is one time Mexico played. Mexico won. Everyone celebrated. This is like 12 years ago. And somebody posted, well, you guys were celebrating the Senate passed this dumb law, right? And somebody answered it, okay, we have a game on Sunday. Make sure the Senate doesn't pass anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't blame people liking soccer for Senate passing stupid laws. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point.
That wasn't the point of that
you're getting
quote.
Distracted.
That wasn't the point of the quote.
You're getting distracted. No, okay. Hey, there's a game at 5. Make sure you don't let the Senate pass. You know. But anyways,
again, it goes back to the next game. Trump was there, and then all we did was just boo him, and then that's it. And then he ruined the vibes of the game.
What else could they have done? What else could they have done?
Well, I can't say that on the podcast, but there's so many things they could have done. What do you mean? It's not even violent things. Let me not say that. Let me not imply like violent things, but there's so many things they could have done.
Okay, let me go to the recaps then real quick. Canada, first World Cup making it past the first round. Canada, you should be happy with your team. Mexico, we got back to the round of 16. I've never seen the Mexican team make it to the quarterfinals because the last time they made it was in '86, and I wasn't alive. This is the best World Cup we've had ever since my lifetime, right? USA, you had the talent for more. You shouldn't be happy with the team, USA. We had the talent for more, USA. Colombia, you had the talent for more. Colombia should not be losing a game to Switzerland. Colombia. Ecuador, I think you got as far as you could. Ecuador, this is not the South American elimination round. You know, you need forwards. They're not playing in Quito. You're playing in USA and Mexico. Ecuador, you should get better forwards. Pacho, my respects, great central defender in the world. Brazil should be. You have a foreign manager, and you're not producing players like you used to. Vinicius Jr. the exception. I think Brazil is doing the worst that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Who else passed? Paraguay. Paraguay did what they could. They didn't have a team. They made it against France 1-0, which is incredible because that team should have lost 7-0 against France. So Paraguay is good. And Argentina, I don't think they have enough to win the World Cup, but Argentinian people should be very happy that their team is making it this far. Anything else? Wait,
let me think if I missed. They'll be fine.
Let me see if I missed the team. Haiti, I don't know. They can't let America. Haiti did as good as they were gonna do.
That's also another thing. How is Haiti not political? They had the reference to the Haiti political revolution in their jersey, and then they were asked to remove it. But you're right. Soccer is not. Anyway.
Haiti, Curacao, Panama lost every game.
Okay, we could wrap it up.
Yeah,
It's 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes. I don't think anyone really cares about the FIFA World Cup. Anyway,
it's just the most important sports tournament in the world, but nobody cares about it. That's the dumbest thing I heard today. And I've heard a lot of dumb things.
Okay, let's wrap it up. I mean, do you have anything more?
No, that's it, man. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking about how FIFA World Cup is not political, last week Oscar said something dumb about birthright citizenship.
What did I say exactly?
And you said that we should end birthright citizenship to protect America.
It's gonna end eventually. Yes, it's not now, and I don't like the way the Republicans are weaponizing it, and because I am an immigrant, and I do believe in immigrant rights. And I do believe that if you're an immigrant living and working in this country, you should, and you have kids here, your kids should be citizens.
But why do you think it should end again?
I don't like the idea of people flying here, having a kid, and then leaving.
Why?
I don't like that idea because then they don't live here, so they don't have any stake in the country's well-being.
Because citizens who live here have stake in this country.
Yes, because we live here. Imagine if you were like, for some reason you found out your grandfather was from Congo, and suddenly you get the right to vote in Congo now. Do you know what's going on in Congo? Do you know do you live there? Do you understand anything that's going on there? No, I think you do have to live in a country to understand it, to have any stake in it, or you have to have like love for a country to have any stake in it.
Mind you, the Trump administration wants to end birthright citizenship to have an easier reason to deport people. Mind you,
no, I'm not in favor of that. I'm not in favor of that.
Wait, is his name Tom? But that is where it's going.
Yeah, but
this is why it's being used. So for you to be like, no, we shouldn't end it for this. It should be end for that. That's what it's going to be used for. It's the same way they say, oh, we got to have ID identification to protect kids, blah, blah, blah. But it's not for protection. It's for censorship. You're using this to censor the internet so that you can have that pure internet that you want. You could say you're doing it for this reason.
I get what you're saying.
Even if you are, let's say, because there are some people that don't know any better and do want to use it for that reason, right? Like, I'm not going to act like everyone is just all like terrible people. Some people just don't know any better. You could say, hey, yeah, but we want it for this. But it's going to be used for these other things. So that's why you need to be careful. Yeah. Remember, the border of his, I want to say it's Tom Holland, but I don't think his name is Tom Holland. But the border is Zizar?
He's a czar. I think it's Zizar, yeah.
He's a
piece of shit. He's a piece of shit, but yeah.
Remember, and one of his quotes was like, we don't want to deport families. We don't want to break up families, so you know what we have to do? We have to deport the entire family. So that's how you avoid doing breakups. So this is why, because I know you asked last week, and I was so flabbergasted that I didn't even know, because I can't even believe we're having this conversation, honestly, and this is going to go back to something I want to talk about later. But, yeah, so basically, if you end birthright citizenship, it's going to create a lot of technical problems and issues, because then how do you prove your parents?
Yeah.
And throughout all this, they're going to...
Look, I went back...
And also, it's not even true, because we know so many American citizens who have no interest in America at heart. All these politicians, all these presidents have sold America. They also America. Trump is the one that's selling America. So I don't think this whole, you born here, you're going to have stake or not born stake, that is so fucking dumb. You're making shit up in your brain.
Look, I went back to what I saw last week, and maybe I came off wrong in that. But I'm not in favor of that. I'm not in favor of like deporting whole families. Obviously, I'm not in favor of that. And I will never be in favor of this.
And I'm not saying you're in favor, but this is what any birthright citizenship is going to open to.
Yeah. So, you're right. No, you're right. You're right in that. And I'll say this: if birthright citizenship comes from any Republican, that's what it's going to do. So I would never.
No, even Democrat. It doesn't matter where it comes from.
I would never support it.
It doesn't matter where it comes from, Oscar. That's what's gonna happen.
But it's
because even.
I mean, I don't. It's not that I like Democrats, because I don't like Democrats either. But I don't trust Republicans at all. You know.
Oh, I don't trust neither of them.
I trust Democrats a little bit, not many, but a little bit.
How long have we been friends for, Oscar?
We've been friends since we started comedy, bro. Like 12 years ago, 11 years ago, maybe.
But are we really friends? How many are we really friends though?
Well, we don't really hang out that much outside of comedy as much.
Yeah, that's also I guess another thing too about when you meet friends in a workplace or in like a hobby. It's like, are you really friends though? You just
but
are like known for each other.
Look, I will tell you this. There's a lot of comedians that didn't grow up in Chicago or Chicago area that come in, so they become better friends with their comedian friends because they don't have any other friends. But I grew up here. You grew up close by, so you already have an established friendships, and so do I. You know, I already have my friends. You already have your friends, so maybe that's why it's harder for us to make like real comedian friends because we don't hang out outside of comedy, and because we already have our friends here.
Oh no, well I mean I have some friends outside of comedy, not that many, but that's also. I guess because last week made me realize a lot of things about how I guess we really don't talk. I guess a lot of men don't really be talking to their men about a lot of things. Maybe like, cause me and Matt were talking about this, right? Cause like going like this, you and me, going back to we were only talking about comedy, right? Comedy and
For the most part.
and maybe politics when we used to ride around together. That's what we talk about because I wanted to talk about, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And then I know you have friends.
Mm-hmm. We don't talk about politics at all with my friends at all.
What do you be talking about?
Honestly, with my friends, like my with people like my close group of friends, honestly, is women in soccer.
Women in soccer?
Women in soccer, I would say. Women in soccer, yes.
What do you be talking about? What do you mean women in soccer? Like, what does women like
women means like, hey, bro,
like the great accomplishments?
No, like I met a girl last week at the bar, bro. I got her number, this, that. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what or yeah, bro, yeah, I'm talking to this girl. I'm talking to yeah, we're messaging. I haven't done anything, or yeah, I was already, stuff like that. And soccer. And when my friends, they're all into soccer, and we talk a lot about, especially right now with the World Cup. I would say 90% of our conversation right now is about the World Cup. So yeah.
Because I think about that a lot, right? Because like women, here's the thing: Oscar doesn't know much about women. He doesn't know about feminism theory. He doesn't really talk to women outside of just friendships or even just a person. And I could say this confidently because I know some of your friends and people that you know. Yes, we've actually had conversations in real life, Oscar. Yes, I do know these things. But you know how like women, there's this whole discourse about women like decentering men out of their lives and stuff like that. And I was like thinking about that, like how would that look like for men if they decenter? I mean, I guess men. I was gonna say women, but like men, cause I don't know how you agree with this. I think men care a lot about what men think, to a point where even they let what women they date, because I feel like a lot of men, quote unquote, friendship comes from look at all these cool things that you like. I have.
I would say you are focusing on man-man relationship. I think as human beings, we just care what other people think, not necessarily men. I think you care what women think. You care what men think. But yes, I do agree that
I think men care more about what men think than women think.
You think so? I
mean, this is gonna be a hot take. This is gonna be a hot take. I don't think men view women as people. That's gonna be
that's definitely something I don't agree with, but yeah.
Okay, well, all right. So
okay, but no,
so maybe this podcast might not continue with us. Either that or it might not continue how it is, because if this is the disagreements we're having.
Yeah, men don't think women are. So your statement is that men don't think women are people, and my statement is I disagree with that statement. It's like no. Of course, men think women are people. I don't see. Do they think they're a different kind of people or something like that, or
Okay, explain this. Like, what do you mean? Different kind of people.
For example.
So we don't think they're people, but we think they're a different kind of people?
No, it's just men don't like to picture some human things that women do. Men don't like to picture women taking a shit. Men don't like to picture women menstruating. Men don't, you know what I'm saying? That's why we have a whole separate man-women bathroom, because men just don't want to know about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and women don't want to know that about the man either, maybe. You know, so I've never met a person who I don't think that thinks that women are not people. I don't. That's just my explanation to that. Are men sexist? Of course. Is the world sexist? Of course. I agree with all of that. But I wouldn't take it as far as men don't think women are people. I wouldn't take it that far. What do you think?
I kind of want to move on.
Well, move on then. Yeah. I mean, if you have more things, yeah. I mean, no, yeah. No, it don't. We live in the sexist world. We live in the sexist world. Of course we live in the sexist world. It's slightly becoming less sexist as time goes on.
What does the patriarchy mean to you, Oscar?
The patriarchy means there's certain rules in place that favor men over women and that control women's behavior.
So only women's behavior? Patriarchy doesn't control
Okay, it controls men's
behavior?
behavior too in a sexist to make them sexist. I will agree with that.
Like, what do you mean in make them sexist?
Hmm?
What do you mean make them sexist?
Well, it used to be like there's a mechanic job open. You're a woman. You can't apply to that job. Let me apply to it because I'm a man or something. You know what I'm saying? That like you control men to think that way, and women obviously to think that there's certain things they can do. There's certain things they can't do, and there's only certain things that men are meant to do and stuff like that.
I thought when I was gonna teach the basic levels of patriarchy, I thought that would be for like a context for our fans. I didn't think it was also gonna be for the context of our.
No, I just don't know what
understand.
I just don't know the examples I'm giving are like is what would you want to hear. But I'm sure whatever you say, I already know. But go ahead, teach me the.
No, because I don't want this to become that type of podcast because there's already so many of those podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm trying to. One, I'm trying to have you say this out loud just because.
What do you want me to
can't
say
wait.
aloud?
No. What you're saying is fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is. That's so funny. But I don't know. Since I know you when I was 18,
Uh-huh.
I've always tried to hug you.
Okay. I don't like it.
Yeah. Why don't you like it?
It's just I want to say maybe homophobia. Maybe I want to say I just don't like being hugged by other men.
Well, no, you said it, yeah, because you said why? Because of how you grew up, right? Because when you grew up.
No, it just men. I mean, I did grow up or my education, my upbringing is always less of men show less feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see you, you're here. I'm not even that fan of a handshake, but hey, that's how people say hi. We handshake, right? But hugging and stuff like that is, we hug when Mexico scores a goal, not just because we've seen each other.
Exactly. Because why? Because if we do, we're.
No, it's just
we're what?
Yeah, no.
We're what? No, say it.
No, I don't. This because there's no real reason why not to. It's just that I'm just not used to getting hugs from other men. That's it.
Because why? Because growing up, if you hugged another man, it would be considered
It's just not traditional.
gay, right? It would be gay, which means you would be less of a man. You wouldn't be masculine because you can't be gay and masculine.
You can't be gay and masculine. I mean, I guess traditionally you wouldn't be able. I mean, I think you could be gay and masculine. I think you could.
Yeah. We're going. That's what I'm saying. But these are
the traditional belief. Yeah, you can't be gay and masculine. Yes, I agree that was a belief before, and I agree that it's still. I mean, still a belief. It's not a belief that I hold, but it is a belief that many people hold.
I mean, it's a belief that boys and men can't cry, right? And you built that up from a young child, right? When you're like, what? I think 5. Actually, I don't know. There's proof of this, but I know usually like 4 or 5 is when we tell boys to stop crying. Like, hey, you shouldn't cry. And then when they're like 7 or 8 is when we really start like snapping that shit out. Like, if you cry, then they'll beat you to cry.
Uh-huh.
So then as a man, well, as a boy, not a man. Well, technically you grow up as a man, right? Boy, man world. Boy finds man. I don't know where I'm going. I thought it was going to be funny, but.
Boy finds man. All right. Yeah.
But yeah, so through patriarchy, the roles we play as a man, there's only 2 emotions we can only show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Aggression and neutrality.
Okay.
Right? We don't care, or Oscar, shut the fuck up and let me talk about LeBron. All right, like earlier, right? We tell you shut the fuck up because again, you could say these athletes don't know anything, but that doesn't excuse them. If anything, that's also how we failed them as athletes too. And this goes back to the patriarch. We failed these as athletes because from the very young age, we're like, we don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care who you are, what you believe. Because like you said, Messi could be the worst person alive. But look at him play.
Yeah. No, I mean, but Messi's
But look
not
at
the
him
worst
play. Look
person
at how he
alive,
plays.
yeah.
But that's kind of what we do.
Yeah, no, I
look
mean,
at R. Kelly. Look at Michael Jackson.
no, yeah, no.
These are predators.
I saw
and
Messi's
because
not a predator.
huh?
Messi's not a predator though. But okay, let me say this.
Wait. Was it Messi or which one of those were had a sexual assault claims against?
It was Cristiano
him?
Ronaldo. By the way.
Okay, that was
It was
Ronaldo.
Cristiano
Okay,
Ronaldo.
okay.
It was this was like 20, not 20, 15 years ago. He had
what Messi has and this whole thing of
Messi has been clean his whole life.
No. But his example in this patriarchal sense is he was giving growth hormones.
He was injected with something. I'm not 100% sure what it was, but growth hormones.
He was injected with growth hormones.
In his knees up to like the age of 14 or 15.
Because he
wasn't gonna grow taller, and they needed him to be taller because he was a super talented kid. That's actually the reason why he moved to Spain, because no team in Argentina could afford that treatment. But he was like a monster since he was like 7, 8 years old. So Barcelona came and they're like, we could afford it. We'll take the kid to Spain.
So he was given injections from a child.
Yeah, from like 12 to 15.
Growth hormones.
And he's still only like 5'7".
Which America is trying to make illegal to give trans kid gender affirming care and all these things. That's what I'm saying. You see how these things.
I think that's a different issue.
No, it's the same issue.
But
why can't we give it to Messi so he could be this tall boy that could play soccer?
Mm-hmm.
And why can't we give it? Because here's the thing. Because like.
I see how you. I see how they're related.
This is 18, and obviously, and here's the thing. Also, because we also need to fight the. They also are not giving injections to transition kids until they're 18.
Yeah,
they're not doing that. But I talk about gender forming care because even what we could do for children is just like if someone's like, hey, I want to dress as a man or I want to appear as this way, I want to dress as this way. Mm-hmm. That's gender forming care, right? If like let's say you have a girl, have a girl, she's like 15, she's like, hey, I want to wear suits, right? And you're like, because that makes me feel like a boy. That makes sense. Like, of course, wear a suit. You call them up, blah blah blah. But other things they don't.
No, well, you know what? I was actually talking to one of my buddies about this. Like, people don't like when like gay people kiss like on a movie or some shit.
Oh, yeah, that gay agenda shit, which is so dumb because they're like, oh, it's gonna push our kids. But that's the thing. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I guess they do understand or they're dumb. Because when I was little, I liked girls. I didn't see anything on TV that was like, guy needs to like a girl. That was my thing.
Yeah, sexuality is natural. It's natural. It comes natural.
It's natural. Yeah, that's the thing for these.
I do agree.
For these, like, and that's the thing. So I don't know, man. It's also because we look at gay and trans people as predators. So when you see him as a kid, you're like, no, this is not a kid. You see him as he's gonna grow up to be a predator. But no, that man's
the point
that boy is 5 years old. He likes another boy.
Let me tell you, the point I was trying to make is
I know, because I'm jumping all over the place. Now I don't even know where we started.
The point I was trying to make is that he was like, I don't like when one of my guys was like, I don't like when they kiss in kids movies because like we shouldn't be sexualizing kids or whatever. But when you're little, I don't know if this happened to you, but this happened to me for sure. When I was like 5, 6 years old, your dad is already telling you, or your mom, or your whatever, they're already telling you like, oh, ¿esa es tu novia? ¿Esa es tu novia? ¿Esa es your little girlfriend? So you're already sexualizing the kid at the moment. You're already putting an expectation on him.
Even when
to
they're
be
little,
straight,
right?
Be straight,
right?
Yeah.
Right, like even when they're babies, you're like, oh, they're gonna grow up to be a heartbreaker. Oh, they're gonna grow up to be a hand.
You're already sexualizing them. Yeah, I know. I mean,
I don't know if it's. But you're already assigning like these roles, like, hey, you're gonna be this, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but it's okay for that. But like, hey, God forbid this man, this, what's it called? Like, what did Gerard say? Oh, God forbid this baby grows up to be like a bottom, like a powerful bottom and shit like that. And now you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But it's like, what's that different from like you said, like, oh, this kid's gonna be a heartbreaker. He's gonna break so many women's hearts. Yeah,
no, yeah, for sure. It's they're definitely sexualizing kids, or setting them. That's why sometimes it's I think I do think we are getting better when it comes to those kind of things, but it's still not obviously equal. But that's why it's hard for people to come out, especially in Latino communities. It's very hard for people to come out because the parents set an expectation for their kids. You know, I got a cousin who is the gayest guy you ever met in your life. He's a little older than me, so he's like, I want to say, let's say 40, right? He's 40. His dad died like 5 years ago. When his dad died, he still couldn't accept that he was gay. Like, it was just, he couldn't accept it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, this kid has been gay since we were 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like,
since he was born, technically.
yeah, technically, he was like, but you could, like, it's like,
yeah.
So it's, yeah.
But
so
it was apparent to everybody.
It was apparent to everybody, and it's just, I just think, I think, I do want to say this. I do think the Latino community, the Latino culture at the last 20 years has gotten a lot better at accepting their kids than they used to be when you hear stories about how it was like before the 90s, I want to say.
I don't know, man. My dad said he wouldn't love me if I was gay.
But
20 years ago.
But you're not gay, so you never know. But I think I think if you were, or I don't even know if you're gay. Are you gay, dude?
No, I'm not gay.
Okay. Well, if you were, I mean, if you were, I think your dad would love you. And I think he would accept it. It just, at the moment, that's what you say. Like, oh, I wouldn't love my kid. But no, dude, like, cause I've seen really macho men that, like, are super, like, you would think they would never love their kid. And then once their kid comes out gay, I'll tell you, this is personal. My dad, I felt was like that. Like, my dad was like, if I come out gay, like, I wouldn't, my nephew's gay. Mm-hmm. My sister's son. And my dad loves him, like, the whole world. You know, he loves him like the whole world. And I think if it was 30 years ago, I don't think
my dad would your dad would feel like that.
Yeah. So I do think we're getting better at this. I do think we're
But are you getting better at it? Are you still gonna let me hug you?
I'll let you hug you one time. Cause
that's the thing. Cause I bring that up, right?
You wanna get up? You wanna get up and hug right now? Just want to hug?
No, not after the shit you just said. Yeah. Don't even hug me. Honestly, we're not even friends. Let this part know we're not even friends. Honestly, I might get a new co-host next week. No, I don't know. I will say that this podcast might rechange drastically. Honestly, we might not even release episodes anymore. We might just release clips. Release clips so Oscar can protect himself. Cause that's the thing. Have you done the work within yourself?
Look, I think I'm just naturally a person of, like, I'm not homophobic to begin with. Like, I've never been homophobic. I have gay friends, you know what I'm saying? And my nephew is still the person that I love the most in this world. But do I go out like you and research patriarchy, research homophobia, and research this? I don't. I just try to be a good human being. But I don't put that extra effort, if that's what you're saying, to research these topics.
I mean, not even extra. I mean, then how do you improve yourself then?
Well, I think about my actions, and I think if there's anything I could have done better, you know? Is there, like, was I more into doing gay jokes when I was 17, 18? Yes. Do I choose not to do them now?
Can you mute your phone while you're recording a podcast?
I forgot about that, yeah.
Well, no, mute it now. It's been going on throughout the whole pod. People, I'm sorry. I was trying to give patience to Oscar, but after this, I don't know. I'm just done.
People like to message me, bro. Well, that's not my fault.
Let me not expose you on who it is, really.
People like to message me. Yeah. But yeah. Now they're like DoorDash fucking notifications. Like, hey, you haven't ordered DoorDash, you know. Just
I'm kind of done with this episode. Thank you for Matt and the Laugh Factory for providing us with this space. Follow me at @HumbleLuis. Follow the pod at Do We Even Care. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Do I even care about this podcast? I guess we'll find out in a few weeks.
Oscar Comedy 13. Yeah, come check me out at one of my shows. I got a bunch of shows coming up. Follow me at my page. Follow the Do We Even Care podcast Instagram page, and
that's it. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Listen to it next week. Thank you. Bye. Comment, subscribe.